I am 21 years old and I've never felt more behind in my life before. And the reason why I say that is because in this world that we live in right now, there is so much comparison to everyone around us. Now, I do okay for myself, but I'm nowhere near these other guys that I see online. And I think that is a problem in this day and age that we have never ever experienced before, and it's tough. As a guy in your 20s or your 30s, perhaps, let's be real, our parents, I know my parents are in their late 50s now. When they were 20-year-olds, social media didn't even exist. There wasn't really comparison. There might be comparison to people that are in your school, but half the time you wouldn't even know what they were doing anyway. And that is a massive problem. Because whilst comparison can open people's eyes, whilst comparison can give people stuff to strive for, it is also the number one thing that keeps people back and makes them feel shit about themselves and not be able to move forwards on a daily basis. I was talking to one of my clients before about this, and he's 27 now, and he said he hates how he looks back at other people in his year, and he feels like he's wasted so much time. Now, this is someone that, from an outside perspective, is actually doing really well for himself. But because all that he is looking at is everyone that is so much further ahead, all them people on social media that are posting about their clout or their content or just their general lifestyle or the lifestyle that they want people to perceive that they live, that creates a lot of sadness in someone that doesn't have that as their daily life. So what points am I actually getting to here? Well, I want you to take away from this video two things. The first thing is that it is never too late to start. It is never too late to make that change. And whilst you might be looking at all of these people thinking, oh my God, I wish I started sooner, or oh my God, I wish I had it like that, or why am I so behind, or how have they done it so quickly? Just know that you are not getting any younger. And if you're having that feeling right now at the age that you're at, then it's probably a good sign to make a change so that you don't feel the same in 10 years' time. The second thing is that everyone's luck in life is dealt differently. And I don't think much of this is down to luck at all. I think it's down to people taking the most of opportunities, people taking bigger risks, people going out there, putting themselves out there and trying over and over again. But the problem is that most of us don't see that work that is being put in for a decade before they get to that point. And it might look like there's a massive transformation within a year, within 12 months, within 2 years. But what you don't realize is that that same person has been trying that thing year after year, week after week, since a very young age. I was on holiday last year with a lad who, from the outside perspective, you'd look at him and you go, how the hell have you achieved all that by 18? He's got a good, solid following on social media. His fans rave about him. He makes money on a weekly basis that is more than what a lot of people would make in a month at 18. And I was like, how has this happened? How are you so far ahead? And what I didn't realize is that looking at him, that he'd actually been creating content since the age of 8. His YouTube channel stems back all the way to the age of 8, 9, 10 when he first started making videos. And that means that he has 10 years of editing, 10 years of looking at algorithms. And yes, from the very start, he might not have been looking at all of these things, but subconsciously he will have been. Subconsciously, he will have been taking all of these things. And it's the exact same thing that when I look at other people that are perhaps in my industry that have got into it, their account's blown up, and then within a year, it's completely different, and then you feel like, oh my God, why have I wasted the past year? And actually you don't see all of that stuff before that they've tried and they've tried and they've tried and tried again. And yes, they're putting out this big, massive transformation within a year, and I'm not taking away from that has potentially happened, but at the same time, they don't tend to share. And when you look behind the scenes and what they're actually doing, you don't tend to see all of that stuff that 3 years before that, where they were trying, where they were, but they keep hush about it. And often because now they're selling a course or a program on how to make that transformation over a year span, and you can do it just like I did. without saying that you've got to fail for 3 years. Not that you might, you might get lucky and you might be able to get out of it, but the point still stands. Most people that you're looking at right now, and I was looking at this thing before, looking at these people, and I'm like, how old are these people? Because some people will say, some people won't. And when you look at it, I could look at 18-year-olds that are absolutely smashing it. These 1 out of 10 million, 100 million people that are blown up on social media, rightfully so, because they are very successful, and guess what? No one else is, or very, very little people are in the same situation. But because you see that over and over again, and you see that top line, it does make you feel very behind. So what can you do? What can you take away from this video and implement into your life and make that change for yourself? Or how can you stop comparing yourselves to others? Well, the key things that I want to look at is you. I want you to sit there and I want you to stop comparing yourselves to others, have goals, have ambitions, look at them people and understand that that is inspiration for you. That is that guide for you. That is that pinnacle. That is that proof of concept that that kind of thing is possible. But at the exact same time, what I also want you to take into consideration is if you just look at yours from now to a year ago and whether things have gone really well or whether things have gone really badly, it doesn't really matter. Have you grown as a person? Have you taken a step further than what you would have before? If the answer to that is yes, then you are on the right track. You are creating that decade of work that I've just spoken about that nobody will ever see. Nobody will ever talk about it. Nobody will ever really want to know about it, because guess what? It's not shiny, it's not flashy, it's not cool. But we both know that that will be one of the biggest parts of your journey and your success moving forwards. The second thing to that is that whilst you look at your own progress and your own life and how the past 12 months have been, I also want you to make sure that you are continuing to learn from these mistakes that may be showing up. The things that perhaps if you would have done differently when you look back, and I know you might have probably done this, you'll look back and you go, oh, I wish I just hadn't have done that. I wish I hadn't have gone and done that thing. Or I wish I had done more when I wasn't. Look at them moments and use them and take them as lessons. Do not make the same mistake twice. If you make the same mistake twice, you've only really got yourself to blame. And yes, for a lot of people, you need to make that mistake at least once to actually learn from it. We're only human at the end of the day. But take that as a mistake that you made, learn from it, move on from it, just make sure it never happens again. So yes, I am 21 and I do feel behind. And yes, I am still figuring it out myself as well, like anyone is. And yes, this probably wasn't a problem 30 years ago for our parents, so it's kind of pointless asking them for advice on this kind of thing. But at the same time, remember that the only reason why this is the case and the only reason why you feel like this is because now we know what is possible. Now we know what opportunities are out there for people. Now we know what is achievable in such a short period of time. We were blind to that before, and yes, while it might make us feel behind, it is the number one place right now to make that change, to take that opportunity with both hands and run with it. No one else has ever had this opportunity before, bar us. So you've got two choices. You can either look at it and go, oh, well, yeah, no, it's all right for them. You know, that thing's just not for me and all that kind of talk. Or you can look at it and go, you know what? He's done it. Why can't I? And what if it actually does work out? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.